Blessed day to you, students. Today we'll be looking at the topic popular participation, also known as political participation, or like some would say citizens participation. For our objectives, we'll be able to define it, look at the modes of participation, and look at the forms of political participation. For the modes of participation, is actually telling us the how, while the forms actually tells us the steps we take to participate in political activities. So first of all, to define popular participation or political participation, it is known by this as the process whereby the majority of citizens of a country shows interest. Take note of that word, majority of citizens takes special interest in partaking in the affairs and decision-making of a state. So in the real sense, it's just the involvement of people in running the government of a state. Okay? You know, when we say state, we mean country. Now, there is another word that is the opposite of popular participation or citizens' participation, and that is political apathy. I know you have heard that word before. So we want to look at political participation versus political apathy. What is really the difference? For popular participation or political participation, it actually means the attitude of being involved or interested in political affairs. A lot of people are involved. Majority have this attitude or way of involving themselves with things. While political apathy actually is the attitude of being disinterested, unenthusiastic, this nonchalant attitude towards political activities of the country. Okay? So the truth is we encourage political participation while we discourage political apathy. What are the modes of political participation? Face-to-face. Now, when we say face-to-face, it actually means the person must be there. It cannot be in absentia. Like in voting system, the person must go there, put his own vote in the ballot box. So the person must necessarily be in that place. Secondly, we have participation through telephone via the media. Some people can call in through television, radio, but in modern days we use Instagram or we also use Twitter. You'll notice that most TV stations and radio stations have IG platforms and Twitter platforms. So the first thing I want to just say is, before we look at the forms of participation, I want us to remember one very, very necessary point, and that is political apathy is not healthy for a nation. We discourage it seriously. Why? Because the participation of people in politics will make determinations of a lot of things in the nation. Okay, so finally, we want to look at the forms of popular participation. And that means ways in which we citizens or grassroots members can actually participate in the nation's activities. First, we can get information through newspapers, magazines, get refresher material so that we can be objective in our decision making or have an accurate judging system. Secondly, people can vote in local, state, and national elections. You can participate through political discussions. Some people are so apathetic that they don't like involving themselves with discussions. In fact, if you cannot contribute, at least the best you can do is listen. So try to get to be involved in the participation of things that has to do within the country. We also have some points like letters that can be written to elected representatives. I'm sure you have had things like open letters. People can write letters to president, to House of Senate, and even their local government areas. You can run for an office. It's possible the next Prestonian can be the next governor, can be the next House of Rep member, or can be the next president of the country. And finally, one of the ways you can perform or participate in the affairs of the nation is by campaigning for a candidate. If you cannot run for office, the least you can do is at least help to be a campaigner for a candidate that can be in this. So all these are forms of participation. And remember, like we said, we encourage people to be politically active, politically at work, rather than being apathetic or involved in political apathy. Thank you very much. I believe you have learned a lot. Have a nice day.